The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go! 90 Wolf!
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Hey, check my defense!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And Thomas has it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Mullins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Hey, let's get some.
2nd and... That's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Three bud. Slam.
Greystone travel. Get it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Third and short yardage, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Harris now to return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. Mullins now. Only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll set up a throw. Able to get this to Gordon. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. Mullins now, already over 100 yards passing in just this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Thomas has got it, complete. 10 yards, good for his Saints 1st down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mullins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
45 the mic. Watch the run, watch the run. Switch.
Bam. Go.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They come out here in the eye.
Check.
General West.
I got it. Switch.
Now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. What's good on the extra point? And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Here we go, D.
Hey, Charlie. Hit it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
64, quick. Hey, Haywood.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
On fourth down, they do snap it to Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Here we go, here we go. 90 Wolf.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Recon, 132 fighter.
3 down. Check, 40.
Hey, zoom.
Check, 45.
Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, but now it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On 3rd down, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick-6 last week. Not a pick-6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, good for the Saints, 1st down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
Stay with your man.
Second and 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, his first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Ready? Flag! What is that?
All day. All day.
A first down throw for Winston. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Here we go. Set. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Here we go. Hey, Delta. 2.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking long for Thomas. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Set. 18 Gator. Hey, Wahoo. Snap.
Back to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Shaquille Barrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Gets it to Gordon. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Mike, 45. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 45's the mic. You better bring it. You better bring it.
5.
Second and 9 now. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
A gain of 5 yards brings up third and goal.
They've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is third and goal.
Hey, let's get this, get this. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
Go, go.
Get off the field. Kill.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Single. 24 is the mic. Set the tone. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Shift. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Again, it's Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line.
We got 4. And the Buccaneers first down.
24 is 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 24 is the mic. Let him go.
First down, Winston. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To try again after the sack. Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 33 yards that time. From the gun, Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off with great anticipation. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch it and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Go.
Mike, 45. Check Mike, check Mike. Hey, check Mike, 42.
Looking to throw. Well, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right down the brink, aren't they?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the double.
Mike, 45.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, high 7.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. On 2nd down, Kamara. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
General West. Get it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. Good.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
45 the mic. I'm coming.
Ready?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Back to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Draw play, Winston to Jones. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike. Easy. Yo.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sideline. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is down to 20. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture, as now they've got a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Saints, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what?